Today we're
Both
talking about
bangers. We're gonna bang both.
we're talking about bangers and mash. Today we're talking about two. There's sometimes you watch a movie and it just it hits you just right, dude. It gets you.
You can't say
It
what
get,
I say.
it gets you right in the gizzard, dude. I mean, it just sometimes you got to listen to a song a few times. Sometimes you got to listen. Sometimes you got to watch. Maybe I got to watch these two movies again. There's
I
a
don't
hidden
think so.
genius in these. There's a hidden genius in these. No, I'm totally lying. They're terrible. They're terrible. I'm not even going to name the people involved in this movie. In these movies,
It's
because
fine.
they're fucking
It's
trash.
fine.
Right out the gate, apologize to everybody. I'm apologizing to AJ. I apologize to Eric. I apologize to my wife. I apologize to everybody. I picked
I should
two
have got paid for this.
stinkers. I should have got paid for them when I picked the movies, dude. I should have got
Technically,
lashes.
you didn't pick them. You put them on a list, and I was like, let's just do those because I personally thought they were sequels to each other.
Well, that was the
They
funny
are
thing
not.
about it. They are two. So we're doing All the Creatures Stirring and A Creature Was Stirring. And they
No.
have nothing to do with each other. They have nothing to do with each other at all. Just two.
Not
So that
fucking thing.
alone was intriguing. Okay, so we're going to start with A Creature Was Stirring. I'm going to let you start, but before you do, I just want to say for the record, a waste of a name and a waste of a cool poster. Because the poster is like this green monster coming out of a little ornament. And I didn't look up anything about this movie. I was like, I'm going to go in solely surprised. I thought it was going to be like like a B-level horror movie about crazy critters coming out of Christmas ornaments and killing people. You know what I mean? Like some kind of Gremlins spoof. Not that. Wasn't that at all.
Not.
In fact, it was an anthology movie and
All the
unwatchable.
Creatures Were Stirring. All the Creatures Were Stirring is an anthology. Are we talking about that first?
Yes, we're talking about that first. Unwatchable.
All right.
Unwatchable.
I took
So
notes.
go for it.
I took notes.
Hit me with it. Hit me with a big beard.
Okay, so it starts like an improv, awful acting, dialogue bad. And I wrote small shitty. I saw small shitty theater, the type that chomos would go to. It starts off like a couple or these two people meeting on Christmas Eve. And they're both orphans or something. So like they're figured, we might as well go on a date. And so we both aren't alone. And they go to this fucking improv show where they put on skits, right? Because it's an anthology. So that's the story.
The way they introduced the movie is the first
it all
skit.
together. So the first skit, the stockings were hung. It's just a group of people locked in an office building. Okay. That has glass doors. I just want to point that out to you. All right. So first I wrote Black Lady Christmas Sweater Puppies. Because that was the first thing I noticed. She has some big old titties, and I was excited.
God, dude. I mean,
and
could those tits get any bigger for no
apparently,
reason?
You are in this movie because it says Ben stars in the skit in a blue shirt. So you were that guy. You were the fella in the blue shirt because it looked exactly like you.
Blue shirt? Are you talking about the fucking dude that slit his own throat?
Yep, that was you.
That did not look like me, dude.
No, it looked exactly like you, dude. It was.
All right,
it was.
No,
it was your fucking doppelganger.
Pause it.
It was a doppelganger.
Pause it. No, pause it. Do you have body dysmorphia when it comes to me? Do you not know what I look like? Do you have bin blindness? Is that what's happening now? We have to address this because
hold on.
I need you to, no. I'm not waiting a goddamn minute. I'm not waiting a goddamn minute.
Dude, I took a picture of the fucking screen and I sent it to people and I went, "Hey, does this look like Ben?" I sent it to 6 people and everybody
are never
said,
accurate.
Yep.
Your drawings of me are never accurate, dude. Your drawings of me are terrible. They look nothing like me ever. Any iteration of me, I'm like, that looks like my cousin, maybe, but not me. And then now you tell me, first of all, that guy was like 6'7", dude. He was the tallest person in that room. I'm 5'.
Yeah, he was a stretched out version of you.
I'm 5'10". I'm 5'10".
He was just a stretched version of you, that's all.
I have proof that I'm 5'10" now, so everyone can eat shit. I'm fucking 5'10". I went to the doctor twice, to 2 different doctors, and they measured me.
Does anybody care how tall you are?
Yes, dude. So many people said that I'm not 5'10", that I'm shorter than that. I'm fucking 5'10".
Who cares?
Anyway,
so you were definitely in this movie,
looks
right?
That dude looks nothing like me.
No, he looked exactly like you. And then the third thing I wrote was, "Can't escape through a glass door after Jack in the Box gunshot." So we watch a dude gets a bullet in his head. And then
Well, no, they can't escape because of the gas outside of the building.
And then, yeah. But also, it's a glass fucking door, Ben. If they wanted to escape, they could have broken the fucking door and left. That was the door leading out. Anyway, it's fucking stupid.
No. Because
Number
there was
4.
gas on the end of that.
Yeah. I'm
There was
getting to it.
gas.
The next thing I wrote was "Fuck you, Spencer." Gas fills room, and now it's Saw. That's what I wrote, or
Yeah.
that's what I typed. And then, great idea. Let's open gifts next to the glass door to a room filled with gas. What if it's a bomb? Because one of the bitch says, "What if it's a bomb?" Okay, so like, just like I said, the whole Saw thing. Somebody calls in the conference room and he's like, "You have to open up these presents or do whatever the presents say, or you're all gonna die." Right?
Oh, you mean the guy that did the worst Joker impression I've ever heard in my entire life? You mean that guy? You mean the guy that was the villain that you never saw that literally did a horrendous Joker impression? Every time he laughed, I wanted to kill myself. Every time he laughed, I wanted to just
You know what's
blow
funny is that you did
my
in the
head away.
skit, and then
That
it said
guy looks nothing like me.
Ben kills himself. Everyone
I'm
breathes
so angry.
toxic
I'm
gas.
so angry that you
But
think that guy
only-
looks like.
Only the black lady sweater puppies dies. No logic, and that's all I have for the first skit.
Well, that was one of my notes in my brain because I didn't write anything down. So these things
Were they
didn't
not
work.
all breathing
These
in
movies-
the gas?
Yeah, they were all breathing in the gas, but yet Black Lady dies. I have no idea how that happened. That made no fucking goddamn sense. And it was what was really funny was like you could tell they either ran out of time or ideas. I have a feeling they were like writing this as they were filming it because at one point they just go the like chaos happens kinda, and then all of a sudden like the black lady dies, and all of a sudden they look over and one of them is wearing a gas mask, like they opened the present and got a gas mask, and then she just escapes. A key card lets her out and she escapes. There's no rhyme or reason, but the janitor was wearing a gas mask too. Was he Joker Man? Was he the guy calling it as Joker
I
Man?
think he was the guy who that bitch was cheating on. Because that's the first guy who dies was the guy she was cheating on him with. See, guys, there's a whole backstory to this that isn't important because it was such a bad skit.
I don't care.
Okay, next skit is Dash Away All. And the homeboy, the dude in this movie, his name is Eric Turner. So I put Eric Turner took Ozempic for this role.
Yeah, this was the van one, right? In the parking lot?
Yeah. Stuck in a parking lot. And then I wrote Ritual Demon Tether. If you're born on Christmas, then you can bear the mark to hold the demon. And then I just wrote ... I don't know.
I don't know.
Because that fucking story didn't go anywhere either.
It didn't go anywhere. Also, how'd they find him? What's going on? What?
This dude parked his car at a parking lot, locked his fucking keys and his phone in his new car, which we just saw this premise in the Surfer with Nicolas Cage. So I already am kind of irritated at that. And then he just, curiosity, right? He just walks over to a van and just knocks on the window and asks the people in the van. Like, how the fuck did he know people were in the van? Doesn't make any sense. How was the both of them tethered to the fucking demon and then only he was tethered to the demon when they flipped it on him? I digress. Doesn't have to make sense. Look, these movies are dog shit.
If I was in that scenario, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm a psychopath, I would have thrown a fucking rock that I found through my window
the first fucking thing me and my
before I walked over to a freakazoid fucking kidnap van. That's a serial killer van, is what that was.
I would have jumped headfirst into the windshield before I walked over to that van to see if there was somebody
Before I walked
in
over
there.
to that van, yeah. Thank you. All right, so I'm not crazy. So
depending on how far it was, he said he just left his wife and kids. So he's not that far. I would have just walked home.
Does the demon live in the van? What? They never explained that.
It's
Why
a
does the demon live in the van?
It doesn't matter. You're asking questions about shit that doesn't matter. All right, let's get to the next skit. All right. Which, by the way, every time one of these skits ends, it shows people acting out the scene. Everybody's deadpan. Nobody has any real reaction to anything. So the next,
no. Well, hold on. I want to comment about that just for a second. That was probably the most annoying part. If you're gonna have a movie, kids out there listening, you're trying to make an anthology, you're in between that ties these movies together, make it maybe, just maybe, not the most annoying thing on the planet Earth. Maybe the thing that happens the most in your movie, the most reoccurring theme, you don't make it the most annoying goddamn thing I've ever seen in my entire life. These orphan couples, which by the way, no goddamn sense. Why the fuck are you doing this? It's a classic anthology trope, which is fine to do if it works, where you do the thing where VHS does it all the time. The thing in between the skits or the fucking segments tie each other together. At the end, the final segment is the people watching the other segments. Fine, whatever. Terrible. These were terrible.
If you do a really good job, you don't need it in between, and you can just do a trick or treat if you're good.
Correct. Where they all tie together like a Pulp Fiction story. But they're not talented. These are terrible people. If you're out there, I know we don't have very many followers yet and viewers and all that stuff, but if you stumble upon this and you are a part of All the Creatures Were Stirring, I want you to just do me a favor and never do this again.
Don't make movies anymore. All right? Don't do anything creative. You deserve to work at Walmart as a greeter. Don't even be a cashier, maybe a stock person, but I wouldn't even trust you around large objects. Drill in a cup, you fucking retard. These were terrible skits. The whole idea was terrible. You took a really good title, and you took a really good poster, and you made trash with it. You're trash.
Continue. Next skit.
I like that. It was very poignant. So the next skit is called All Through the House. Basically,
what was it called?
It's a Christmas Carol. It's called All Through the House.
What was it? Oh, that's right.
So this is basically a Christmas Carol, right? You got he's watching a fake Christmas Carol movie because this doesn't happen.
This one was so dumb.
Ebenezer takes a shot. Ebenezer in the movie takes a shot to calm his nerves. And fella in this movie decides to do a line of coke. So kudos to you. Oh, his name is Chet. Fucking Chet. Oh,
Chet,
and then
the guy that plays Chet is actually a stand-up comedian. He's like B level. He does like impressions. Like he does a good impression of Tom Hanks, but it's like he's an okay comedian. I think he's like Canadian or something.
His inner Tom Hanks for this fucking role.
Yeah, definitely not.
Anyway,
definitely not a
so
good
basically
choice.
he's visited by 3 ghosts, right? And at one point he's talking to one of the ghosts. I don't remember which one because it wasn't that interesting. But his response was, everything's going to be fine, blah, 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 something or other, drinks and blowjobs. And that's what I got out of that one. So that skit's over.
Well, hold on. I've got some thoughts. Okay. This isn't just your show. All right. First thought, best actor, the neighbor. The neighbor showed up drunk as shit, dude. He was actually kind of hilarious. I was like, I want to see
the best
that
actor
story.
was that fucking Santa Claus that you put on your front lawn to light up.
Yeah.
That was
good.
the best
But
actor.
No, that guy showed up and he was drunk as shit. He goes, listen here, me and you are neighbors and we got to get along. Is that my fucking Santa? I actually laughed at that part. But the rest of us
is that my wreath?
And
when it was over, he was like, is that my fucking wreath?
Yeah. And then my favorite line in the entire movie and all segments was from that guy at the very end. He's like, I fucking hate Christmas. It's like, I actually kind of like this dude. No, wasted potential though. Terrible skit. You're right. Go to the next one.
So the next one is called A Rose a Clatter.
I do want to say, for all you out there that's watching this, we're doing you a service. You're watching us, so you don't have to watch this. We watch this for you. You're welcome. I promise you, I'm not being egotistical at all. Us describing this to you is vastly more entertaining than when I had to sit there. I wanted to peel my skin off my face when I was watching this just to feel something. Continue. What was the other one?
The next one is called A Rose a Clatter. Okay.
Oh, God.
And this movie starts off with Timu Russell Crowe, or I like to call him Cressel Troll. So good old Cressel Troll hits a fucking deer in his car, gets out of his car.
Wow, this one was so fucking stupid.
Doesn't hesitate at all and smashes its fucking head. And then it shows you a little collar on the side and it says Blitzen. Death by reindeer, Timu, death of a unicorn. And that's all I wrote. It is
okay, let me handle this. Let me handle this one.
Poopy version of
let me handle this one. Imagine you are about to settle in for the night. You put on a Christmas horror movie and then you decide, you know what? My life's very boring. Let me do a hit of acid before I watch this movie. And maybe the acid you
would have
took,
made this movie would have been better.
listen, maybe the acid you took, not so great. You took bad acid. And then you watched this and your life changed because, and not for the better, because what happened was it's like your brain turned to scrambled eggs because nonsense happened. And then he hit a deer. And then weird flashes happened with colors. And then he killed the deer with a rock. And then you see that his fucking collar said Blitzen. And then for some reason, a animal of some kind that can only see red, which I guess was Rudolph. I don't know. They never explained it.
It was Rudolph the murderous reindeer.
Yes. Was watching in the woods, didn't fuck with him then, waited for him to go home and get drunk with his whore fucking girlfriend. And then literally
Where's need love to?
what it felt
There's
got
always
me.
room for whores, bro.
what literally felt like an
What did
eternity.
I say before? Drinks and blowjobs. Okay, you know what I'm saying, Ben?
Bring some blowjobs. What literally felt like an eternity of him just talking to his girlfriend drunkenly was pretty much the entire movie. And then finally the deer shows up and murders him, I guess. Because all they did was it looked like they took the deer head from like off of the wall, like a hunter has, and they just rammed it into a
I think
person.
it was the same deer that they used in Cabin Fever. It was the same deer because that deer was all kicking its hooves and it messed up that car. I think they just used that prop again.
Kicking its
Let's face
hooves.
it. Anybody who's watching that movie up until that.
Maybe it's the same deer from Tommy Boy when they're in the car. Maybe it's that deer.
Could be.
Or cousin. Anyway, next skit. This one's, I'm already tired of this one. Go on.
Oh, man. So I didn't catch the name of this one. And at this point, I don't even give a shit. It is the last skit. And I just wrote Alien Christmas. I do remember
Yeah.
what happened in this
Yeah.
movie. This skit. So apparently the movie starts off with a dude. He's like wrapping a chain around himself. He has a fucking gun in the bag. And then I guess his girlfriend shows up like by knocking on his fucking window saying like, oh, we got to spend Christmas Eve together. 3 of the most annoying fucking people walk through the door full of like, they were like 3 hype guys at a fucking fight that's not happening. Like they were just full energy and they were just hyping up nothing. Anyway,
Nothing.
so apparently aliens come down and they abduct these 3 people. And then the main dude shoots them, but they're still there. They still come back. It's like, you can't kill us. We're just here to spend Christmas with you and ask you a bunch of questions. It was a shitty fucking idea. It was just.
I love
fucking
the way
it's
you say
Max,
ass.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
I love
you
it.
make fun of me all the
You
time.
know, I make fun of you for it, but honestly, I'm a little bit buzzed enough to admit I love it. Every time you say act, I just want to kiss you right on the ear. I just want to give you a little smooch.
Hey, bro.
Like on the
Every time you
lobe?
say acts.
Like on
Yeah.
the earlobe?
Just a little.
Because if you kiss
Right
my
there on the lobe.
earlobe, you're probably not even kissing my ear because it's a big old whatever.
Oh, it's
Anyway.
gonna stink when I do that.
I wash my ears. When
I
not
doubt
are you, Ben?
I doubt it.
Bro, just
I
because
bet
you
those
shower
things
twice a
reek.
week doesn't mean they don't.
I bet those things reek, dude.
You know, okay, hold on. When I first stretched them, I waited a little too long and I was like, what the fuck is
That's what
that
she
smell
said.
every time I turn my ear, right?
That's what she said.
And ever since then, I make sure
Oh,
that
yeah.
my lobes are getting clean immediately.
That's what she said.
Team Ben on this one. I bet them things stank, dude.
I'll bet they stink like butt, dude.
Dude,
I bet
I've
they
never.
That's fine. Just be happy
bet
I'm
they
in another fucking state than you then. Jesus.
I bet they stink like you left out a McDonald's cheeseburger like outside.
Dude,
For
I
one
wish they
day.
smelled like a McDonald's cheeseburger.
I had a gauge. I had a gauge once, and I washed that bitch every day, and it still had a stunk to it.
I had a little bit of a stink
No.
to it,
Oh,
dude.
the-
First
I
of all,
have
you know-
multiple pairs of fucking jewelry. Like I got tunnels, I got plugs, like I got multiple things. I'm always in different shit. Clean my fucking ears, man.
I don't believe you.
It's
you know
too
how
close
I
to my
know?
face.
You know how I
fucking
know
dick. It's too close to my
that
face. I'm not trying to smell
McDonald's-
that shit.
You know how I know that McDonald's is poison is because when you leave McDonald's out for longer than 2 hours, I would even say an hour. That's what your ears smell like. fucking 30-minute-old fucking McDonald's, dude. Just plastic cheese,
I mean, it
dude.
saves me money on cologne and stuff. I just use that natural
Can I tell you a
aroma for
secret?
my lobes.
Can I tell you a secret? I'd still kiss those earlobes. Smelling like garbage. I would have you say X like 3 times and I'd give it a little smooch.
So you
a little
can bust.
nuzzle.
When we all hang out,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna literally stick your noses in my earlobes. I want it to happen. I want you
Mhm.
guys to just get a whiff of what you of
Oh
what you
god,
do
that's
there.
gonna be so disgusting.
Agreed.
That's gonna
We'll do it.
dude. On
Yeah,
camera.
We'll make a video of it.
absolutely.
The boys
If I
sniff
can't
lobe.
listen, I'm only in friendships if I can monetize them. Okay.
Listen, here's the thing. I don't need you guys acting it up too. I need you to be fucking real. All right? My ears do not smell.
tell you what.
I promise.
I tell you what.
I promise you.
I tell you what. If your earlobes don't stink, I'll eat mayonnaise off of them. Couldn't even get that out without laughing.
That is gross.
It's
Ugh.
happening.
You want
If
to
you're
turn my
earlobe,
ear
It's
Do
gonna
a
be like
little
a
dish,
dude. It's gonna be a little
a
mayo
little
hammock.
salsa.
Little mayo hammock.
You know what's crazy? Oh, I just dropped it.
Oh my God!
All right.
Oh, fuck
So
Ben
one
up.
side
Look
is
at him.
flat,
Mayo hammock.
right? But the other
Mayo
side, look
hammock.
at that. That has a little dip, so you can actually
Oh,
put
it's
some
perfect.
fucking mayonnaise dip
That's
in there.
perfect.
No,
A
it's gonna
a
be-
little dip.
I know you're trying to avoid us putting mayonnaise on your ear, but it's going on your ear.
It's going on your ear, dude.
I'll put it this way: if my ear fucking smells, you can do that. I guarantee
No.
to you.
No.
It's the other way around. If it doesn't smell, I
Dude,
eat mayonnaise off it.
Ben is the
I'm not gonna eat
proposor.
mayonnaise.
You were the
That's a bad
If
proposal.
it doesn't,
I would not
Because
marry that
I-
fucking thought at all.
because
That
I'm
plan
betting that it
sucks.
does smell. I'm betting that it does smell. I guarantee that it smells. I don't want to eat mayonnaise off your ear. I'm joking about kissing your earlobe.
And
I don't
that's the
wanna do
funny
that.
part. Is because if it's fucking smelled, then it would be like, well, you were right. But now that you're right, you get to have your fucking mayonnaise earlobe. You
No,
fucking
That's
troll.
crazy. I would bet
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
No,
Hey, that is backwards, right?
it's so
that's
backwards.
It's
dude.
not. It's not that backwards.
It is
Because I'm
backwards.
telling you.
backwards,
Because
dude.
I'm telling you, it doesn't smell.
Yeah,
so
but
if my
all you're
earlobe
doing,
I'm telling you that
smell.
it does.
you're just copying
Dude,
Ben's
if-
bet, but in reverse.
You're copying my bet.
Yeah,
You're
because
you're
it's a
making
better,
me
it's a better
lose.
fucking bet, dude. I'm gonna
It's
put it this
not,
way: if
no,
my
it's not.
earlobes fucking, if my dude, okay, fine. Then if my earlobes don't smell, I
'Cause you could
literally
just-
get the fart in your face. I'm talking like an inch away from
No.
your nose. I get the fart up your nostril.
Because you could just
Me
stink up your
eating-
lobe in time for Ben to arrive. You know, you could
Me-
just start stinking it up.
What you don't understand is
How do you
Me
stink up
eating- me eating mayonnaise off of your
Balls.
earlobe isn't something I don't want to do. That's not something I want to do. So it is punishment for getting the bet wrong. I don't need you to fart in my face
So when
and
you smell
eat
it and you're like,
mayonnaise.
oh, your earlobe actually smells delicious. I'm gonna be like, yeah, now you get to eat mayonnaise out of my asshole. How's about that?
Yes. No, not your asshole, you sick
Yeah.
bastard. I don't want to be by your poop particles. You fucking nasty bitch.
Why not?
God, dude. I bet it's heinous down there, dude. I bet you have fucking road flares
Listen,
and
I am
fucking
not-
traffic
I am-
cones down there.
It doesn't matter what biohazard or catastrophic fucking event happened to my asshole. It's still better looking and smelling than yours is. You have
Oh,
extra
dude.
fingers, you son of a bitch.
Wait to post game.
You
Wait
got
to post
fucking,
game. You have no
Bro.
idea how right you are.
you
you
got
have no
chicken
idea
fingers
you're right,
hanging
you
out
are.
of your ass. Don't even come at me, bro.
Bro, I'm going to say this in the main
Bro.
podcast to get people
Bro.
excited about about the next
Bro.
the post game. I'm telling you, you have no idea how right you are, and I'm telling you that's part. My butt antics have a saga on this show, and I have another chapter.
Is that what you're trying to make
And-
make me feel fucking give me a complex about my goddamn earlobes? Is because you want me to be in the same like boat with you stinky asshole? Is that what the fuck is happening
No,
right
I'm
now?
just making fun. No, I'm just jabbing you a little. 'Cause you're digging too deep in this, dude. I'm a very surface level guy.
Well, I don't go
It has
anywhere
nothing
without
to do with it.
shovels, okay?
Yeesh.
No, I don't go nowhere
Anyway.
without shovels and a hoe.
All right, so
Let's
Alien.
stop talking. Let's stop talking about this movie. This movie's not. This movie's
so
not great at all.
Oh, hold on. Alien. So the Alien thing. I have a few words. First of all, it's the only
aliens didn't
skit
have
that I watch.
earlobes.
It's the only skit that my wife watched with me. And I swear to God, at the end of it, she goes, oh, I kind of like that one because it ended with the aliens being nice and being like, hey,
Yeah.
thanks for staying. It starts with this guy murdering these people. And at the end of it, it's like, hey, I enjoyed the holidays with you. Thanks. Thanks. And my wife was like, that's kind of sweet. I was like, God damn. It was kind of wholesome, wasn't it? Oh, terrible. Absolute trash. I think that one wasn't it the very last segment, and then it's the jerk off theater, right? Where the creepy
And then it
yeah.
goes back to the theater. And mind you, in between all of these skits, the very not filled tiny theater is losing
Yeah.
its crowd. Except for this one
Yeah.
guy who just keeps eyeballing and eye fucking the main girl.
Yeah, he's jerking
And,
off to this couple for sure.
Yeah. All right. So that movie's over. Now let's talk
Yeah,
about A
let's go to
Creature
the
We're
next one.
Stirring.
Sure.
Okay. Hear me out. I took notes on this too. Not as many. Super low budget.
Oh, this movie was
Yeah. Super fucking
God,
low
this
budget.
movie is awful.
Sucks for what they wanted to do. I didn't mind the lighting, although it was cheap. But everything else was lackluster. Barely a Christmas feel. Like there's no Christmas feel to this. Christmas porcupine
The only Christmas feel to this movie was the fact that they had Christmas lights up in a Christmas tree.
Which gave the weird lighting and stuff that I didn't.
Which gave the weird lighting. Yeah.
Can we talk about the porcupine monster? The Christmas porcupine monster.
Why does that have to do with Christmas?
I don't know, but it did better in the shadows. Like as soon as they showed it, I was like, you shouldn't have did that.
Yo, when it rolled,
we want to see the monster. We want to see the monster here on Slash House, not in this movie.
Not in this movie. When it rolled, I laughed out loud. I laughed hard. It rolled. When
I got annoyed. I got up and got a drink. I was just too annoyed that this was happening.
When it barrel rolled to move like Sonic, like the slowest Sonic the Hedgehog, I was dying, dude. I was like, what a creative choice. Why a porcupine? Why a porcupine? Who knows?
This movie, dude, whatever they were trying to build whatever they were trying to build towards in this movie, right? Whatever deep impact or other message that they were trying to fucking send home, by the third act, that was gone. They lost all traction on any piece of arc or story that they had going on. It was gone.
For the record, this movie, I want to be ultra for real right now. For realsies, this movie was like was an actual affront to me personally. To me, Benjamin Hammond personally. This movie had everything I hated in it. It had overly religious tropes. It had terrible acting.
No sense. It made no sense.
Are
they missionaries, but they broke into the house? What?
It made no sense. I love cold weather surroundings. They ruined that. That was a terrible thing. And then fat people. I mean,
listen, I gotta say that I didn't think she acted bad. I just didn't like it.
Oh no, she did. She most certainly did act bad.
Girl? I seen the girl who was like the missionary, the one with the tattoo on her back. Wasn't she in another movie? I feel like I've seen.
I know she was okay. I think her and the other missionary dude weren't ultra terrible. They weren't great, but as far as like low budget student film goes, as far as like ultra like student film level acting goes, they were okay. Like they were better actors than anyone I've had in my fucking movies, but that's not saying a lot. And sorry to anyone that's in my movies. If you're watching my podcast, some of you were okay. Actually, I take that back. I will take that back. There's some of my actors that did a way better job than all these motherfuckers. But I will say that they weren't extra terrible. But that fat lady, sheesh. First of all, she could barely like get around. What was going on?
She could barely breathe.
I'm going to take the reins a little bit on this one.
That she can move quickly.
I'm going to take a little bit of the reins on this one. Okay. First of all right. So this movie is about. Shut up. So there's this woman. This movie is about a single mom with a daughter who has a fever in a fucking remote house during a blizzard. These missionaries break in. To keep warm.
Mhm.
during a blizzard, but yet this house full of electricity. The warmest house you've ever seen in your entire life, but in the middle of nowhere with a blizzard. No explanation, no generator, none needed. Anyway, just when you think
None.
that logic, just when you think that logic is there, right? You think that logic is sitting there ready for you to grab onto, there's more. Her daughter has a fever. So the best way to cure that fever is by injecting her with antifreeze.
Right.
And then her daughter turns into a porcupine monster during Christmas time.
And she twists and contorts like she's the fucking exorcist.
Because they went to the zoo one time and she got attacked by a porcupine. So now she turns into a porcupine, like a porcupine werewolf. And if you don't inject antifreeze in her, she'll kill you. Then these missionaries break into her house to stay warm, and they say, whoa, wait a minute, don't attack us. And then she attacks them anyway and hits one of them in the knee with a bat with spikes on it. And then I don't know about you, but after I hit somebody with a bat with spikes on it, I don't tend to their wounds immediately. She didn't hesitate. She tended to their wounds. Maybe she thought that he was a sandwich because she's so fucking fat.
This movie
Dude,
makes
she's
no sense.
so fucking fat.
They
she
introduce
is
things and then
egregiously fat.
immediately take it away.
When I see her if I would see that bitch in Walmart, I would get upset about how fat she was. That's how fat she is. And then she tends to his wounds, and then she goes, this is important. It was very important. The main Jesus bitch, she has dreads, and she's white. Very annoying. Anytime I see a white girl with dreads, if you're a white girl with dreads, stop it. Stop it.
I mean, Vikings had dreads.
Donate them.
You can't be like, oh, white people can't have dreads.
Stop it. No.
I'm just saying, man.
No.
Yeah.
This isn't Viking time. If you're,
I'm just
you know
saying,
what,
man,
Norway can do whatever they want. Okay, they live in insane conditions with the weather.
You're the fucking the king on fucking haircuts. You have bangs. Shut up. Who the fuck
You're
are
right.
you to attack anybody for fucking bangs?
I'm going to attack anyone I want. If you're a white bitch with dreads, you're gross. Second of all, she had the most insane Jesus tattoo on a back piece I've ever seen on a person. I mean, that's like in Christ a little too much. Anyway, so
I mean, that was peak Sharpie. Okay.
The entire time, this chick goes, "Hey, we gotta save this family.
We gotta fuck this porcupine monster.
We gotta fuck this porcupine." And the guy was like, "No, we need to get out of here." She's like, "But it's a blizzard outside." He's like, "You're right, but this is crazy." She goes, "We gotta save these people." And then moments after that, after she tries to beat up the girl because she's scared of the porcupine monster, she tries to eject the girl with antifreeze, just like the mom. And then after all of that, after her being the one that's like, yo, we got to stay and help these people, she literally goes deuces. None of it makes any sense. There's also a scene that I really want to point out where the guy, missionary, talks to the porcupine monster and thinks that he's the dad. First of all, what an insane silhouette for a human. If you think that's what a human silhouette is, brother, you need more than Christ. That's clearly a porcupine monster. You need to not speak to it anymore.
Because people see porcupine monsters all the time, so they're just immediately like, that's not a human.
Sure.
That's a porcupine monster.
Sure. That's a porcupine monster. Then fat lady also has a crazy drug addiction to heroin. Fattest heroin addict I've ever seen. She has a briefcase with a bunch of naked fat pictures of her. I don't know what's going on here, but they portrayed this woman as a sex item at one point, and she is as big as a blimp, and yet she is a sex piece.
Dude, think about it. They have a remote house, right? The daughter's sick. She's like, I need to make money. So she made an OF just because they live remotely in the woods. I mean, come on, bro. They gotta make that cheddar somehow.
I'm going to need you to stop making sense of this. I'm going to need you to stop making sense, because the entire time you're watching this movie, as a viewer, you're going, none of this makes any goddamn sense. And you're right. It doesn't. Right.
Because everything they build towards,
wait to the end.
It's all the most unnecessary shit you've ever seen in a fucking movie.
Wait to the end. Yeah, wait till the end, right?
The
You gotta wait to the end. So the
Ooh.
climax is she defeats the beaver monster after after the beaver monster murders the things.
Oh
'Cause
shit! There is a
they
hidden
let
message there.
they let you to believe that the beaver monster is really the girl, the daughter, turning into the beaver monster, and she has to inject her with antifreeze so she's not the beaver monster anymore. So the mom, the fat piece of shit, scooter riding mom,
I think you're missing
saves
a bigger message.
saves her daughter. I'm getting to it, you fucking piece of shit. She saves her daughter by whipping out a switchblade that you would get at a flea market, probably duller than a spoon, and stabs it in the shoulder blade. Just goes right into the fucking shoulder. Not the heart, the shoulder. That allowed the beaver monster to open up its chest like a sunflower, and she was able to reach inside the beaver monster and pull out her daughter. Yeah. And then her daughter is saved. By the way, leading up to this point, she has a weird moment with her sex briefcase with all of her heroin drugs, and she says no to it and decides to save her daughter instead. It's a big moment because she used to have a drug problem. Now she doesn't have a drug problem. She could save her daughter from the fucking the beaver monster, the porcupine monster. I keep calling it a beaver monster. It's clearly a porcupine.
Dude, the fact that
Anyway.
the message, you're missing the message. The message is that at one point she was thin, right? And she used to be a sex addict. So defeating the beaver monster is she found God through heroin.
She was never
so now
once
she's
thin.
trying to end.
She
the
was never
lust
once thin.
by beating
She was never
by
once thin.
defeating the beaver monster is defeating the urge
She was
that she
never once
has
thin.
from her vagina.
Nope.
Just
I
because
think you're completely wrong
I
on
think
that.
you're
I think
yucking
she's
somebody's yum
completely
out
addicted
there.
to heroin. I think
Oh, of
she's
course.
completely addicted to heroin.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then
I mean, evidence
the
proves
movie,
otherwise, but
if you would stop interrupting this, if she, the very end,
me and my stinky
very
lobes don't give a shit.
when she saves the daughter, the snow melts and she goes out for her tea and flowers because one can't have tea without flowers.
That's
She goes
true.
out with her tea and flowers,
Nice
and
dandelion blend.
she finds a picture from 1998. We have no idea what time it is right now, for the record, but she finds a picture from 1998, and on there is a picture of her fat self in lingerie, which proves that she was never skinny. You lying fuck. And she's with the boy mercenary, whatever. And then a series of flashbacks happens that reveal that it was all in her head, beaver monster and all. What she was doing was she was having drug withdrawals and also hallucinations, probably a little bit of schizophrenia mixed in there. And she was basically fucking torturing her daughter. And then her daughter was the one that said deuces. And everything that happened, she was acting out herself.
So she was
So it was
fighting her
all in
own
her head.
beaver. Her beaver
was
got
fighting
too
her own
fucking
beaver.
hairy. She was
Her
too
beaver
fat.
got
Her beaver got
too
too
squirrely.
and she was just like, I gotta defeat it. See, that was the message. See, right there.
And so then the movie ends with her daughter didn't get very far. She got trapped in the fucking bush. For the record, I've been alive for 37 years. I've been through some bushes, never got trapped in a single one of them. Okay? I just want to say that for the record. And I'm not a very strong
been
man.
in enough bushes.
I just haven't been in enough bushes. You're right.
You
Maybe
gotta
that's what it is.
find yourself a tough bush, boy.
I gotta find myself a good bush. Top tier bush.
I'm just saying, you ain't no bushwhacker there, friendo.
So this movie did the thing that I hate the most
With tell
on
a shitty
any
story.
fucking movie. Well, besides that, it's all in their head. You made me
Yeah.
watch that
Yeah,
beaver
I hate
monster roll around for it to just be in this fat bitch's head. And listen, Chunky doesn't bother me. You know, I got
Chunky?
enough love to go around. A little cushion
Hey,
for
man,
bushing.
I like a nice thick.
She was
bone.
offensively fat. She was
Thick bone
offensively
bitches.
fat. She made me upset to look at. It was
I
upsetting.
wouldn't be upset if I saw
Anyway.
her at a Walmart. I'd be like, that's pretty normal. But if I went to like an IHOP, if I went to an IHOP knowing that I'm getting the stuffed French toast and I looked over and I was like, I don't need to see my future in
Yeah.
front of me. That's when I'm angry.
Sure.
Because I'm like, don't
Yeah.
deter me away from eating deliciousness.
Right.
Get fucked.
Yeah. Get fucked. Yeah. 100%. She definitely got fucking fucked in this movie. That's for sure.
I don't think she was getting fucked at all. That's why she had a hairy porcupine down there, and she had to fight it.
Why was it a porcupine? Can you answer me that little riddle?
I don't know, but here's what I will say: the movie had bad everything except for the two-tone lighting. I didn't mind that. I thought that added for some cool shit. And when the porcupine
Yeah, I agree.
monster, when the hair and the pine needles, right? Its back, whatever,
Mhm.
when its fat back came down from the chimney, and it was like covered in like weird whatever what is it, rotten flesh or whatever, like torn shit. That part, pretty cool. And then they showed it, and I
Honest to
was like,
God,
you should have went back to the shadows. Like, you should have never revealed your fucking monster, because that was a bad idea.
honest to God,
And
I make a
love the
lot
movie,
of
love seeing the monsters, but
I
that's
made a lot of jokey jokes. I make a lot of jokey jokes,
sure.
but when the scene with the guy talking to the the silhouette of the porcupine monster, that part was actually legitimately creepy. I actually liked that part a lot. That I thought that scene was like the first time I was like, dude, more of that, please. That was pretty fucking cool. How he was like thought he was like the father of the house, and he was like talking to it. It was like, oh, I'd like to see what direction this is going. But none of it made any goddamn sense. Like it was
It's
like
just,
two
look,
movies flashing together, and then
they
even
might
the
have had, like, a
reveal made it go, what?
They might have had
Why
like a
did you
cool
go there?
idea, but the cool idea was wrapped up in a dog shit delivery.
Yeah. Listen, in all honesty, making a movie is very hard. All right. I've
Yeah,
made
whatever.
4
But if this is
okay
going to be the
short
fucking
films.
outcome, don't do it.
Sure. Yeah.
Fuck. What
Well,
was this? A college project?
I mean,
Come
dude,
on.
honest to God, honest to God, people, it's a hard business to get into, man. I mean, I don't
No,
know
I
how to jump
understand
into
that.
the
But
psyche of
you're
it all, well,
allowed.
but
You're allowed to, like, you have a dream. You do it. You make a movie. The movie's trash. Okay, move on, bro. You don't got to
yeah,
keep doing it,
but
or
what I'm
you keep
what,
doing and you learn from your mistakes and you make a better quality thing
I
at the end of
know
it. But
people, I know people that continuously make bad content that they think is good. There are tons of people out there. There's,
I mean, there's
believe it
3
or
of
not,
us right now on this fucking thing.
you know, when I'm saying words, you don't have to say words to. When there are plenty of people out there that are making movies with big budgets. The Resident Evil franchise, have you gave those a
Budge.
gander? They kept making those. They kept making those. And
Big
those are
old budge.
god awful. Those are god awful. They kept throwing money at those things.
I would still
Mia
watch a
Jokovic
really
just
shitty Resident Evil movie over these movies, though.
100%. You're right.
I'd
No, these
I would watch that
listen,
werewolves movie again over this fucking movie, dude.
like like when I look back on my short films, I know they're not the greatest.
Yeah,
I'm proud of some of them for what like I was able to accomplish with them given the resources I had. But I still have to give disclaimers when I show people these things. I still have to be like, listen, we ran out of money here, or just don't judge me too much here, kind of thing like that. I yearn for the day that I could just show one of my movies and not say a word and be proud of it and stand behind it. Haven't been there yet, right? I have a problem with these motherfuckers that make these movies and they think it's good. They go, yeah, this turned out the way I wanted to. I wanted to make a movie about a fat heroin addict who made up a whole porcupine monster and murdered her daughter with fucking antifreeze. I want to make, that's my vision. Those people should not be allowed behind the camera.
You know,
Everyone involved with the first movie needs to not ever make a movie. I was living in LA one time. I'll tell you
Hold
this.
on, bro. What's so loud in your
go
room,
ahead.
AJ?
Huh?
What?
Your room just got super loud, and it's like overpowering everything Ben's saying.
I don't know. I haven't done.
Did you just turn it
Oh,
down as I said it? Because it just...
No, I didn't do anything. I haven't
No,
moved. You're looking at me.
I don't hear anything different. I don't hear anything different.
Well, you couldn't hear Ben's kid crying before, or make that noise, but you hear something in my room.
It literally sounded like you pointed a vent right at your mic.
But yeah, I didn't hear any of that.
Oh,
No.
That's weird. Okay, all right. I'll just edit this part out.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Maybe I shit my pants.
yeah, I was living in LA one point in time. And I was trying to be
Hey,
involved in every
thank you.
film
You're
project that I could
absolutely
possibly get my
wonderful.
hand.
Thank you so
I
much.
was trying to get.
Love you.
You need to stop talking to the ghosts. You need to stop talking to the porcupine monsters in your room.
Yeah, the porcupine monster just rolled me a joint.
Nice. What a goddamn dude. That's pristine right there. I remember I found a group of people. They were really excited to meet me, and I was excited to meet them. And they were having a get together. There was a bunch of filmmakers who make a lot of short films and stuff like that. And I went there, and they were all terrible, and they all thought they were good. And then they proceeded to show me that the work that they did together, and it was god awful, but they loved it, and they were passionate about it, and there was a spark of hope and wonder and dreaming. And you know what? I didn't want to take that from them, so I pretended that I liked it. I left. I got my car, and I never spoke to those people again because they can live their fantasy. They can live in that world where their shit that they made. They
Is it a
think it was
fantasy or
gold.
is it a delusion?
Delusion. 100% a delusion, dude. What I
Because
saw
the fantasy
was
is
a
other
bunch
people
of
want to be a part of it.
I saw a bunch of uncreative retards playing in their own fecal matter, and they thought that it was golden showers or rainbows and unicorns that everyone should watch and see and love. It was that bad. And it was a learning experience for me because it made me realize that taste really is subjective. So, objectively, these movies are terrible. But the people that made them, I promise you, they thought they were great. And you know what? Who am I, to quote one of my dearest friends, AJ? Who am I to yuck in their yum? Who am
Don't
I to
ever
disrupt
yuck
their day?
anybody's yum, bro.
Yeah, who am I to do that? As a member of society in general, please don't ever do that again. You might have liked what you did, and that's fine, but don't do it again. Please don't do it again. Stop making movies. That's all I have to say. Anything else you want to add before we go into post game?
What a fucking revelation. Yeah, I like this mature, long-winded bullshit and stuff and things you said. I really appreciate your insight. It shows growth.
I'll show you some growth, baby.
Oh, I did leave you open for that, didn't
I did.
I? I said it shows you some growth. Thank you. You're fantastic. You're the best.
I'll
You're
go
getting
right in
apple
the-
pie tomorrow. No, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh,
I
goddamn.
appreciate you.
I want some apple pie. Sheesh.
Yeah, well, you're not the one who just is keeping me replenished.
Goddamn beer and a joint.
Yeah. That's what's up.
If you like it, put a ring on it. Anyway, all right. Please like, share, subscribe to the show. We're gonna end this fucking dog shit of movies. I promise next week will be better. I'm gonna do better.
Will it?
Yes. I promise you it will be better. We are on Twitter because I refuse to call it X. Instagram, TikTok. These boys have been pumping out some really good, cool TikToks. So check us out there. Facebook. And of course, we have new episodes every Monday. And please don't forget our new release of our post game. Now free for you guys to watch every fucking Friday. We released our first post game episode last Friday. Well, by the time this comes out 2 Fridays ago, please check those out.
I'm not even sure what day it is anymore.
Me neither. I am also going to be streaming by this time because I should be streaming coming up on this Wednesday, and I'm going to be going really hard on it. I'm working on a lot.
I feel like
the
you're
last few days
the streams right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. So go fuck yourself. So go check me out, King River at. For everything for Slash House, it's always at Slash House Pod. And I love you guys. Now it's time to bring in Edubz for the post game.